You know that feeling, right? You see a job post for a data analyst and your heart just sinks a little. Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain and talk about what's really going on. What do companies actually want when they're hiring? Let's get into it.
Okay, let this sink in for a second. This is the single most important thing to understand. It's not about being a code wizard. It's about being a confusion reducer. Think about it. Companies today are literally swimming in data. They don't need another person to add to the noise. They need someone who can turn all that noise into a clear signal. That's the job.
All right, first up, the official job post. We've all seen it, that big, scary wall of requirements. And here it is, the usual suspects: Python, SQL, machine learning, and the big one, 3+ years experience. It's like a checklist designed to make you feel like you're not good enough before you even start, isn't it? But, and this is a big but, this isn't the whole picture, not even close. What's written down and what actually happens in the real world are two very different things. Here's the truth. Most companies, they hire for potential. They're not looking for a perfect finished product. They're looking for someone with a good foundation, sure, but more than that, they're betting on your ability to learn and grow with them. So that brings us to what I call the experience paradox. We need to talk about what that word experience actually means to a hiring manager, because it's not always what you think. So on the one hand, the job post is screaming 3 years of experience. But what are they really willing to accept? Well, look at this, a really strong portfolio of your own projects, a solid 6-month internship, and honestly, just a real genuine hunger to learn that you can actually demonstrate. These can easily outweigh years of just, doing the same old thing at another job. I mean, think about this for a second. It's so true. One project where you showed initiative, solved a real problem, and got creative, that tells a manager way more about you than 2 years of just pushing buttons and running the same reports day in and day out. Okay, this isn't just theory. Let me tell you a quick story about a guy named Raj. He was 24 and had absolutely zero official experience on his resume. So what did Raj do? He didn't sit around waiting. He just started. He found public traffic data for his own city and started analyzing it. Then he turned his findings into a cool interactive dashboard. And here's the kicker. He put it online for everyone to see and use. And the result? 10,000 people. 10,000 people actually used his dashboard. You see, he didn't just have skills listed on a resume. He had proof. He built something that real people found useful. And you better believe companies started to notice. Raj's story is the perfect lead-in to our next section, what hiring managers are really looking for. These are the unspoken skills that don't always make it onto the job description. When it comes down to it, there's a kind of secret checklist in every manager's head. It's these 3 things: curiosity, communication, and what I call business sense. Get these right and you're golden. Let's dig into each one. First up, curiosity. Look, anyone can make a chart that shows sales went down. A good analyst, a valuable analyst, is the one who immediately asks, but why did they go down? They're not just a reporter, they're a detective. Next, communication. This is huge. Your analysis could be absolutely brilliant, but if you can't explain it to the marketing manager or the CEO in plain English, it's useless. You have to be a translator, turning complex data into a simple, clear story. And the third one, business sense. This is all about connecting your work to what actually matters: money. So what if website clicks went up by 5%? Did that lead to more sales? You have to understand how your numbers affect profit, cost, and the company's bottom line. Otherwise, it's just a numbers game. Okay, now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the thing that's changing everything: generative AI. This isn't just a small change, it's a whole new playing field. The whole game has shifted. A few years ago, the mantra was, you must know Python. Now, it's, you must know how to solve problems. Why the change? Well, AI can help you with the code now. What it can't do is the thinking. That part is still 100% on you. So, since AI is taking over some of the heavy lifting, what skills have become even more valuable? It's all about the high-level stuff. Critical thinking, asking the right questions in the first place, coming up with creative ideas that an AI wouldn't, and, super importantly, knowing how to use all this data ethically and responsibly. So what does all this mean for you right now? Well, it's actually really good news. This is your new path forward, and trust me, opportunity is knocking louder than ever before. And listen to this, especially if you don't have a typical tech background. Companies are desperate for people who think differently. A whole team of engineers all thinking the same way is actually a huge risk. Your unique perspective, whether it's from sales or arts or anything else, is a superpower.
And yes, this path can be financially rewarding. Let's do a quick reality check on salaries in India. As a fresher, if you have the right skills, especially with Gen AI, you're looking at around 4 to 7 lakhs. Give it a few years, and that can easily climb to 8 to 15 lakhs. And for senior folks who can really think strategically, well, the sky's the limit.
If you remember one thing from this whole conversation, let it be this. Gen AI has made the technical part easier. The barrier to entry is lower. But it has raised the thinking barrier. It's no longer about what tools you can use. It's about how well you can think. So as you go forward, just keep this in mind. The tools, the software, that'll all change. But the skill of solving problems, that's forever. At the end of the day, companies don't hire tool users. They hire problem solvers. The only real question left is, are you going to be one of them?